Good evening, my dear students. I am Mrs. Parvati, PGT Physics, Holy Hearts Education Academy, Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Today, I would like to discuss about the motion of charged particle in uniform magnetic field. In the last episode, we have already discussed. Whenever a charged particle is entering into the uniform magnetic field, it takes helical path, circular path here, right? Circular path because of V2 component, perpendicular component, velocity component, and because of the V1 cos theta component, horizontal component, it moves along horizontal path also, and also it covers the circular path. In this way, the charged particle moves. So whenever the charged particle moves in uniform magnetic field in a circular path, then what is its angular frequency and what is its time period and what is its how much radius it is covering and all we are going to derive it here. So that why it takes a circular path, that according to Fleming's left hand rule it should not violate. So that is why the direction always invert the paper, perpendicular to the plane of the paper and indirected inward, but the magnitude of velocity V2 component is always constant. That is the reason it takes the circular path. Okay, how it moves forward, transverse path, because of the V1 component, cos theta component. Okay, this is the thing we have studied in the last class. So now it changes only the direction of motion here. So the force F is given by the necessary force is supplied. This force F is equal to Q into V2 into B. Sin theta, theta is 90 there, so I don't take. Lorentz force Q into V into B is providing necessary centripetal force to the particle to move in a circular path. So what is the formula for centripetal force? mv2 square by r. mv square by r, you know that here v2 is the velocity here, right? So whenever a charged particle enters in the magnetic field, it takes the circular path. To find out the frequency, we know the force exerted by the particle is Q into V2 into B, and the necessary centripetal force required is mv square by r. These two forces are equal. So when they are equal, what happened? V2 is equal to V2 gets cancelled. So V2 is equal to BQR by M, which is equal to V, which is equal to V here. But we know V is equal to R omega. We have studied in 11th only. V is equal to BQR by M. R omega is equal to BQR by M. And R gets cancelled. Omega is equal to BQ by M. And omega means 2 pi nu. 2 pi nu is equal to BQ by M. Nu is equal to BQ by 2 pi M. Our time period is given by reciprocal of frequency. So 2 pi M by BQ. And here in board examination, they will ask you the derivation that show that the angular frequency or frequency of the charged particle in uniform magnetic field is independent of velocity and radius. It does not depend on velocity and radius. See, omega formula is only BQ by M. There is no term of V and there is no term of R. So independent of radius and velocity of the charged particle. It depends only on the amount of what? Magnetic field and E by M, charge by mass. Specific charge. What is specific charge? Charge by mass is called specific charge. Only depends on the charge and mass of the particle and magnetic field. Okay. So the frequency of charged particle in uniform magnetic field is independent of velocity and radius. You have to derive this equation here. Okay. So what are the different cases here? Some important cases. Suppose if the charged particle moving with velocity, no, it is not moving, it is at rest. We placed it in uniform magnetic field. What is the force? 0. Why? Because theta is 0. That is velocity is 0. That is why force is 0. Suppose if the charged particle is moving along the direction of B, parallel or anti-parallel. Along the direction of B, suppose if this is the B, okay, if the charged particle is moving along the B and also opposite to that of B, anti-parallel, then what will be the force? Then also it is 0. Why? Because we know that the formula for force is given by QVB sin theta. Here theta is 0 or theta is 180. Sin 0 is 0, sin 180 is 0. The force is 0. If theta is 90, then V and B are perpendicular to each other, then maximum force is exerted. F is equal to QVB sin theta. QVB sin theta means theta is 90, sin 90 is 1. So F is equal to QVB, this is providing the necessary centripetal force for the charged particle to move along the circular path, mv2 square by r here. Then taking the so that is why it takes the circular path here. Okay, children. Now, so to study a very another case I am going to discuss to study in detail. You know, have you heard about velocity filter, velocity selector? What is velocity selector? In Rutherford's experiment, alpha scattering experiment, they have taken 5.5 MeV kinetic energy of alpha particle, and these alpha particles are allowing to pass through gold nucleus. They fix the kinetic energy. Suppose I want to do some nuclear research. I want some alpha particles, some sufficient of energy, different energy. But so I want to change the charged particles energy. So how do I change? I will allow them to pass through a velocity filter or velocity selector. The outcoming charged particle will be having the required velocity v here. How we will achieve for that? There is a condition for that here. What is that? You should take the charged particle should allow in such a way that E and B and V, the electric field and magnetic field and velocity should be, all the three quantities must be mutually perpendicular to each other. Mutually perpendicular to each other such that the force exerted by the charged particle in electric field must be equal to the force exerted by the charged particle in magnetic field. Once again I repeat, if we have to choose the fields in such a way that the value of E, electric field, magnetic field and velocity, all three are mutually perpendicular to each other, then only the force exerted by the charged particle due to E, electric field, is equal to the force exerting by the charged particle in magnetic field, equal, both are equal. That is, the total force acting on the charged particle due to electric field and magnetic field is 0. Net force is 0 here. So then, if net force is 0, we know that Fe is equal to Fb, magnitude I am taking. Fe is equal to Fb. What is Fe? QE. And what is Fb? QVB, because I don't write sin theta. You know why? Because theta is 90. That is why QVB I have written here. Q and Q gets cancelled. So V is equal to E by B. So then the velocity is of charged particle depends only on E and B. It does not depend on any other particle. Whatever the fields you are taking, selecting, that is why it is called velocity selector or velocity filter. Whenever you allow the charged particle to enter through cross E and B, what is the meaning of cross? Cross means perpendicular electric and magnetic fields. The outcoming positive particle is a fixed velocity here. That value is given by V is equal to E by B here. Got it? In this way, this is the principle of velocity selector or velocity filter. It consists of, the velocity selector or filter consists of a collimator. Narrow beam of charged particles enter from this beam, and this dotted circle is magnetic field, and this green lines are electric field, plus 2 minus. Magnetic field and electric field are perpendicular to each other. The charged particle is allowed to enter like this here. When it comes out, the required charged particle's velocity is V is equal to E by B. Even though if the velocity is different, V dash, but when it comes out of this collimator, the velocity is E by B. All the other velocities are filtered. Only the velocity depends only on E and B value here, ratio of E and B value here. It's clear? This is about velocity selector. Where do we use? We use the velocity selector or velocity filter in nuclear research experiments, alpha ray experiments, Rutherford's alpha ray experiment. Also, we need some kinetic energy of alpha particle that we can send first before we send the alpha particle into this velocity selector. it has got some energy, then what happens? That velocity, that is kinetic energy, half mv square, that particle will be sending through the velocity selector. The outcoming alpha particle has got a fixed energy, that is v is equal to E by B. In this way we apply. Okay, we get or we apply the velocity selector or here. In nuclear research experiments and alpha scattering experiment and all, we can use this velocity filter. Okay children, see you, bye bye.